Hi, I'm Marna, and recently I got a new Kinder Blythe doll. I'm so happy. I love her. It's taken me about way more time to get to her, to cleaning her up than I wanted to, but holiday season and all that. I wanted to show you what I do to clean up my Kinder dolls. I am a big believer in it's your doll, whatever you want to do is your business. I personally use good shampoo. I really do think it makes a difference. Some people say it doesn't because it's not hair and whatever. I use a good shampoo. I use a wash rag, an old wash rag, because it has texture to it, and that'll really clean her up. For the ears, for the hands, and for the feet, and other cracks like up in here and up in the neck joint, around the shoulders and the leg. I use a soft bristle brush. On the Kinder dolls, I do not use the magic erasers. It is abrasive, very light abrasion, and you've got rubber and listen to the plastic. This is an older, thinner plastic. Kinder Blythes are a bit more fragile than your other Blythe dolls. I also have the clothing that she came with and the boots. Well, I thought I opened it. I guess I closed it. Yesterday, I was looking for black elastic because I thought, and I wasn't positive, but I thought they also used black, not just white elastic for the Kinder panties. For the boots, I'll wash them again with the shampoo, and then I will use the soft bristle brush on those. The clothing, what I do is I set those in the sink, and as I'm washing the doll, the dirt goes on them too. But as I'm washing the doll, the soap and the water comes down on this. When I finish the doll, I go back and I use a degreaser, excuse me, dish detergent on those because this one's really dirty. I do that gently, and for all of this, I use warm water. My warm water is probably warmer than most people. Excuse me. I'm going to do a Downy dip on her, but I want to start her hair. But in the meantime, I want to show you a couple items that my Kinder Blythe has. I love these. This one got dusty. These are like a cosmetic bag. They are absolutely wonderful, about the size of the doll. You could actually put a doll in one. But I like to put their accessories and stand in here when I travel. Thanks to Darren, my Kinder Blythe doll has many shoes. I bought her a little hat, and she has a really, really soft little coat with little stockings. And that all goes in here, and it travels with me, and I leave clothes in here. I also will add a comb and a brush in here. When I travel, I just grab that, and then I can change. Oh, and the other two, when Darren makes these Blythe doll stands, he makes 3 sizes in the hook, the body hook. And that's to change out per the clothes that you put them in. I usually put my dolls in the large or the medium. Usually works out. I also have some little clear rubber bands in there. So she's ready. Now I have my stand over here in the corner of my towel. And after she's done and I stand her to dry for 24 hours, I will stand her backwards in the stand just under the arms. And I do it backwards because of the hair. You want that hair to hang natural. That's how I do it. Now let me show you. Let me lay her arms down. I'm going to put this under her. Probably get a clean one when I get ready to. You want to move your string. Again, this is how I do it. There's, 1,000 ways on the internet. I use these metal combs, and I use the side that has the thicker or wider tines or teeth, and I roll that I roll that, so if you yank it, you stretch that hair, and that's what causes that frizziness at the end. And just take a piece of any doll, especially your older vintage dolls, and roll that down and just keep rolling till you get that little knot out, piece by piece. Do this before you wash it and then after again. I should have mentioned, always start at the very tip and work upward all the way to the scalp. When you get a knot, I have just a little one here, mostly or bigger, stop. Don't yank and yank and yank that with a comb. Stop and actually pull that knot apart gently and easily. And usually on these vintage dolls, that'll come out. And then just roll, see how I roll that comb so that I'm not pulling. My comb is actually pointed this direction at the end. This is a little more frizzy right here. So I'm working gently. That brought a knot down. I stop, I pull that apart. Just drill gently and easily. And then I roll that and keep going. I wanted to point this doll out. She's in such good shape. Look at that. The scalp seal there, just gorgeous. This doll is dirty, but she is in, gosh, just excellent shape. No cracks, no breaks. Please, Lord, let it remain that way. Don't let her crack or break on me. The Kenner stand, when they came out, was a foot trap stand. And that it had a piece that came up to about here. And the feet went in it, and it was like a 4-piece flower. And what happens is, with those type and the saddle stands, is if your doll gets off balance, especially a Blythe doll with a heavy head, that pulls, and what's going to give? This plastic right in here. That's why you see so many broken Kenners. Always use a stand for a Kenner that has a higher body clip to it. And don't leave your Kenners in stands. My mentor, Dory at Dory's Dollies, told me in the very beginning, don't leave a Kenner on a stand, because these dolls were meant to be an inexpensive toy. And today, they're very expensive, fragile collector's pieces. Store your Kenner, display them from time to time, without a doubt, but don't leave them out all the time. I wanted to say, I forgot to say this earlier, I take the comb that I use in their dirty hair, and I put it in the sink too, and I wash it so that when their hair is clean, I have a clean comb for it. I do the hair first, just like you do a person. I do it under running water rather than a tub full. This little doll, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to have her. She's in such good shape, and I am just over the moon. She's dirty. There's no two ways about it. She is a dirty girl. And if you're noticing my sink, Darren and I live in a 100-year-old house, and the kitchen was redone, but it wasn't redone last week. We don't even know when. Now see how that dirty shampoo comes down? And notice I do the string also. That dirty shampoo comes down on those dresses, and you're thinking, oh, that's dirty. That's okay, because if they were in a washing machine, that's what would happen there. And then I get my wash rag, and I add a little shampoo to it, and I do her face ever so carefully. Ever so carefully. I'm going to pull her eyelids down, wash them just a little. It's around these eyes that collects dust. Also the mouth, ears, and then just do her body the best you can. Like I said, I would rather have a little bit of discoloration than to take a, what are they called? The magic erasers to a doll. Like I said, it's abrasive. It's like a very gentle sanding, but it is a sanding. And and you do what you want with your dolls. I'm a big believer in they're your dolls, do what you want. Okay, and then I start at the top with the rinsing, and I rinse the hair. And you can get that in her eyes. I've washed several Kinners. It's water. It doesn't hurt it. Probably washes some of the pieces inside. Could it rust the spring? Yeah, but in all these years, I don't think it's a big threat. And she's going to be standing to dry. I move her legs ever so carefully. I didn't do the back of her head. And I'm going to take this string. It's getting a little warm. I like hot water, but I don't know. I'm going to take this string and I'm going to gently run that wash rag up and down it and get that dirt off of there. And go over the legs one more time. Oh my God, she's cleaning up beautifully. Then I take get all that soap out of her hair. Then I take my toothbrush. I'll show you. Oh, I'm so pleased with this doll. She's just gorgeous. This doll was in absolutely excellent shape, but dirty. I mean, she was dirty. And I saw past that dirt at what a good doll she is. Okay, this is how I do it. Gently but firmly. I do the fingers, the ears, the neck. Get this back a little bit. And then if I need to, around the arms, around the legs, very carefully. Again, this is rubber. Anything abrasive's not good. Let's do those toes and the other ear and behind the ear, the little hands, and look at her. Oh my God, look at her. She's gorgeous. Okay, then I set her to the side. A little bit of soap feeling there. I want to get all the soap out. We're going to do a Downy dip on her. I'm going to set her to the side. I'm going to pick up her little dresses. I have to do them one at a time. This is my dish soap, and I'm just gently washing those. And I will lay these out to dry on her, the same wash rag, or little same towel. Now this one's a little dirtier. This one's a very dirty dress. I'm going to really wash it. Might even take the water. No, that's coming. That is coming. Wash it against itself gently but firmly. And notice I do that over the comb. Get that sleeve. This dress was real dirty. I don't know where she was stored, but I might in the end take OxyClean to this. Usually these outfits wash up beautifully. They really wash up nice. Yeah, I'm afraid this one's going to have to OxyClean. I didn't lay her little underwear down in here because we have kind of big holes on our sink, and I didn't want Darren to have to go after it like a diamond ring, take the sink apart. As I'm doing it, that comb is getting clean, and then I want to do the boots. Do the boots as best I can. I think, I am not positive, if you know, please leave it in the comment. I think this black boot, if not the white boot, are original Kinners. I don't know it for a fact. They're not marked. I couldn't find the markings anyway. See, nothing on there. And then last of all, I rinse out the comb real well, and we'll carry this over to the towel. Okay, what I'm doing next, I lovingly call the Downy dip. And I call it a dip because once I get it set up, I use a baking pan, a glass baking pan. First, I put a hot plate down, and then I put an older hand towel or kitchen towel down on top of that. And I make it longer because once she's in there, it'll be like this. I dip the doll's hair. I let her soak, and I dip, And as she's doing that, I comb through gently. This is a hot water, but I don't do the boiling. A lot of people do a boiling. Look, her bangs turned out so cute. But I'll push these forward so that they too, her hair is dry and she has some frizz. I mean, it's not horrible, but we're going to see what we can do. This stuff has done miracles before. And then I'm probably going to iron her hair. I have a cup of water. I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. 1 cap of Downy. I get these smaller bottles at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, which is now cheaper. Dollar General is still $1. 1 cap and usually 2, sometimes 3 cups of water, depending on how high it gets, etc. I have 2 full cups of hot water in with my Downy, and it is hot water. One thing I want to make you aware of, you don't want this soaking down in the water for more than just a moment. And the reason is that has a glue seal. And to break that glue seal, a lot of people use what? Hot water. So don't let that down in there. She does have a lot of fray on the ends. I thought about cutting that before I started. I always think, no, I want to see what happens. So this is what I call a Downy dip, because I actually dip it, make sure the bangs are in it, each side is in it. And I'm going to let her sit, but I'm going to make sure that is not in the water. I waited to tell you how much Downy I used, because sometimes I do more than, yeah, that's a little high. Let's see if I can find something to put her up on. That's a little close, but that's better. Let's do it like this. Yeah. If I were doing other dolls, I would have added more water to this so it was up a little higher. Or if I had a whole lot of dolls, maybe less, because they could all fit. What I'm doing is pulling my bangs forward. I'm not going to iron them. Let me stop right here and say, we are not responsible for anything you saw on our videos that you may have damaged your doll doing. We're not there. We can't see how hot you have your iron or your water or anything else, how hard you're pressing on the brushes. We can't see that. When my iron warms up, I turned it all the way off to start so that it wouldn't be too high. I'm putting it just below synthetics to start. I don't know what kind of iron you have or how hot it gets. I don't know. All right, what I'm doing is slow and easy, and mostly at the very tip where I would have had to cut it anyway. With a very cool iron. It's just barely warm. I could probably touch it with my hands. I like things hot. I'm going over that hair, and you can see the difference that it makes. I mean, that's the same hair. See the difference there? But you have to do it really slow, really easy. Take your time, and then comb your hair out as you go. Start at the scalp end, but again, you really only want to do the tips. Oops. And I'll tell you something else. That Downy dip makes these dolls smell so good. And that lasts quite a long time. Just go down quick, slower at the ends, kind of go over it a few times, lifting, lifting, lifting. I kind of do that and go back over it. This is not a hot iron. I mean, it's really not a hot iron. Okay, we are done. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the ends of that hair. Unbelievable. I turned my towel around because her hair was drying and I wanted that wet area to work on. All right, the next thing we're going to do is find her part very, very carefully. Part her hair and pull these bangs down. I did not iron them. It's too close to the head, and if you get that iron against that plastic, it'll melt it. No matter how low you have that iron on, you hit plastic, it'll melt it. That's why I always say to the arrogant people who call the Alley Blythes fakies, you throw them in a frying pan and they're all going to melt. It's just plastic. I think someone has cutted her hair before. Look at the difference in that. I am not a cutter of doll hair. 2 reasons. 1, I like it long and I like to see what I can do to fix it. And second of all, I don't cut hair. I have friends that do. I have a granddaughter that does. But if I started chopping, oh my, they might have to go to the hairdresser. But look at the difference. Now, if you wanted to curl that hair, now is the time. Just wet it easily again, just, a little bit. Put your curls in. What I'm going to do is just finger it like this, and then I'm going to put her in the stand for 24 hours, and then she's going to get a new dress. Look how my girl turned out. She still doesn't have a name. I am thinking 6. I really am. Should her hair be cut? Well, I'm not going to. Will I ask someone to do it like Nicole from the Not the Cool Dolls? Maybe, but I just, I like to just leave the Kinners alone. I really do. But look how nice it is. I mean, all of those frayed, almost every single frayed. Oh, here, let's put it on.
I can see it.
Let's put it on here. Can you see it better? All those frayed edges ironed out. There's still a little bit of dryness, but not a lot. I mean, that Downy dip does wonders, just wonders. Love, love, love her. I made her this little dress. I used a free, what is it called? It's a free pattern on the internet for Blythe. I think it's called the all-in-one pattern. And I'm going to tell you, I don't really like it. There's no seam alliances. So I thought, well, for a Kinner, I won't use seam allowances. It came out a little small, but I'm okay with it. And then I recreated the Kinner panties the way they were made. I thought, move your arm, sweetie. I thought I had black elastic. I did not. I'm going to have to get some. But all of the original Kinner panties, these in my right hand are original, were polka dotted. Isn't that cute? Oh, and Darren made her the shoes, the iconic orange shoes. Absolutely love that. Look what else he made her. Oh my, is she not the cutest thing? Let's put her on her stand. Also made by Darren. If you didn't see this before, I love that these say the Kinner 1972. Oh gosh, I love my Kinner Blythes. Probably, I have to whisper so my other dolls don't hear, but they are my favorite in my collection. They are my Grail dolls. I can't believe I have one, not alone, as many as I do. And yep, I'm still looking. I love them. My dream is to have a set in 6 lines and a set of 4, the 4 original hair colors in 6 line and 7 line. So there she is in her new little outfit. Oh, she just makes me smile. This dress did not wash up very well. I didn't go after it like I should have, but I'm going to drop this one in Oxidol or OxiClean, and I'll show you that process. I've seen it take way worse than this out. Now this dress, probably because it's darker, Although this seemed fresher when it came, like this was on her and she was somewhere dirty. I don't know where she was, but this one washed up really well. These are original Kenner dresses. I am thrilled, thrilled. I can't believe I got this doll, and there are 2 dresses and underwear and 1 of each boot. Oh, just thrilled. But this one I'm good with. I really am. Darren had asked me a while back if I wanted one of those itty bitty irons, and I was like, no, I don't need that. And you'll notice I did my nails after I got her in the sink washed up. And I said no to that little iron. Now I'm kind of rethinking. So there's my Kenner. I'm so proud of her. I'm so thrilled to be able to own a Kenner. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.